1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's fight like gentlemen.
Your swordplay is extremely fast.
You must have skill.
I think it might be under control.
The end.
All right, so here we are, back again with the fighting game series.
We don't know what it's called yet, but it will be called something, and it will be awesome.
So this is going to be the Darkstalkers section. Darkstalkers is an extremely special case for Capcom.
Right.
So this is the Darkstalkers collection, it's Darkstalkers Resurrection that was released as a downloadable title.
Okay.
It only has 2 and 3, and those are basically the two that are kind of the, especially 3, the most like tournament viable.
Okay.
Like those are the ones that everybody goes to in terms of tournament.
Okay.
Especially 3. So Darkstalkers, it's a really weird situation. It was like Capcom had Street Fighter 2,
yeah,
and then they released, Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, Super, and then Super Turbo, and then they released Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what happened was they had a fighting game engine on the CPS2 board, which was what Super and Super Turbo were based off of.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, they came up to these two guys, Alex Jimenez and James Goddard.
Okay.
2 people at Capcom USA, and they were like, what should we do with this, this engine?
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, like, especially Alex Jimenez, he was like, let's like make like a Universal horror movie characters. So like, let's get a zombie, let's get a vampire, let's get a Frankenstein,
a mummy,
let's get a mummy, let's get all. So that was the first one. They had
werewolf,
8 characters, and they were all based off of horror tropes.
Universal horror, yes. Okay.
Yeah. And then what happened was they couldn't use the actual Universal horror characters.
Right. It was copyright.
Yeah. So they just kind of made their own, and you'll see like, we'll go through all the characters. Of what they're kind of like, it's pretty obvious what they represent, but they have their own special Capcom flair to them.
And the animations for the moves in this game are like just insane.
This is why it's sort of like such a special case for Capcom. Capcom is known to like reuse a lot of the same, especially for 2D games, because people complain that Capcom uses a lot of the same sprites a lot, and they do.
Right.
But if you guys understood how fucking much work it takes to do those individual sprites, then you'd be like, oh, like they use 3D models now. A 3D model, you could build it and then manipulate it.
Right.
With sprites, you have to draw every frame.
Right.
But Darkstalkers, it seems like you remember Blanca?
Yeah.
When he electrocuted you, all the like character things were the same size in Street Fighter 2. Like all the guys were the same. Like sprite, the same electrocuted sprite.
It showed like it's same thing with the fire.
Yeah,
right?
with Dhalsim's fire.
Exactly.
Like it had like But so like they were kind of lazy. But I mean, it takes a long time. But for some reason, Darkstalkers is so like they have all these little things. Like they really went the whole like 9 yards. Like,
which you will see in a second, because each character is super like just so unique and like wow, like so it's so weird, you know what I mean, but also so cool. Is this the first one?
No. So we're actually going to go into training mode with this, and we're going to go through the system a little bit.
Okay.
If you want a way better tutorial than what I'm about to give you right now, just go see UltraChen's tutorial about this. I kind of base a lot of my tutorials on their stuff. They give a lot of information. They're much better. They're much more knowledgeable than me. David is a lawyer. Please don't sue me, David. He's a copyright lawyer, but he doesn't. It's just a joke, whatever. I don't know these guys for real, but but a really good training series on UltraChenTV, so you can check it out if you want. But we'll go through the system, and like we'll kind of go through a bit of characters, but I'll just kind of go through the basics first.
Okay.
So I'll go to training mode, and then I'll put you on human.
Okay.
I'll pick Shenko because that's the best. That's my character in this game.
Yeah, I know.
Who do you want to be?
Like maybe like Dimitri or like Dimitri.
Okay.
Get that aura. So this is the first one, right?
This is Darkstalkers 3.
Whoa. Oh, I thought we were gonna start with the first one.
We don't have the first one.
Oh, this is okay.
There's only 2 or 3 of this. So
you're gonna get to choose me, dude. Human.
3 is called Vampire Savior.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Darkstalkers 3 Vampire Savior, but the reason is because in Japan it's not called Darkstalkers, it's just called Vampire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This game is just called Vampire in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's kind of like...
dummy setting there. But then there's like... it's weird, they changed the titles and a lot of them are kind of similar. Like, 2 was like Darkstalkers 2 Vampire Hunter or something,
Okay.
and then this one's Vampire Savior.
So it was called Vampire Hunter?
No, it was just called Vampire Hunter.
Okay.
And our meters are good. Yeah. So same idea as Street Fighter. It was based off the same CPS2 arcade board.
Whoops, sorry.
So it has a jab. Hey, stop throwing buttons.
I'm learning my moves.
So it has a jab, it has a strong, it has a fierce for your punches. And for your kicks, same thing. It has a short, it has a forward, and it has a roundhouse.
Yeah.
Same idea. Jump. If you go back to the Russell Heights dojo, it's the same sort of fundamentals for movement.
Yeah.
Jump back, crouch, and you'll see one character has a special crouch. And this is what's weird about Darkstalkers, is that the first one came out in 94, and then I think the second one came out in 96 or 95, and then this one came out in 97. But this was kind of like, this is where like shit, like,
got weird.
like in terms of fighting game systems,
Yeah.
a lot of games later borrowed from this game.
Right.
And
as
this
far
game,
as super moves you're talking about, or what?
no, systems, like a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if have you ever played one? I don't think I've ever played one.
I did play. Yeah, I remember one out of all of these. I remember one being in arcades all the time back in the day.
Okay, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, Darkstalkers is a bit of an oddity where it was like never there. You know what I mean? Like, it was rare to find a Darkstalkers cabinet.
But
at
I have to
arcades.
say, it's way back. I remember. It was way back when I remember playing Darkstalkers.
The only like 100% memory I remember playing Darkstalkers was Darkstalkers. This one, Darkstalkers 3, at the Saint Laurent arcade.
Right.
It was like right near the entrance. It was almost like actually outside of the arcade. It was like you could see like the cinema.
If you were walking by, you could see the part of the cabinet. Yeah.
And I remember you played Bishamon.
Yes.
Because you were like, oh, he's got
It's
an
a sword.
air. He's got the air thing like Akuma.
Air
Hadouken.
Yeah.
So that was the only place that I could like. I know I played it other times, but this is like the only time I can remember it like 100%. Remember like. So it was at the Saint Laurent before what's its face, before Cyberdome.
Yeah, Cyberdome. Oh, we can get into that.
So that was the Saint Laurent arcade before that. Okay, so Japstorm Fierce Surfer for Roundhouse. So this was the first kind of game to introduce dashing.
Yeah.
So you have a dash where you kind of teleport forward and do weird shit.
It's awesome shit.
So there's dashes and there's back dashes. Same deal, offense and getting away. Now, another thing that this game added was air dashing. You don't have an air dash.
No, I don't
Only
have an
like 4 characters in this game have an air dash, but she has an air dash. Look at her. Her walk is really slow.
And it's reminiscent of the old Chinese zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then her air dash is amazing.
Oh yeah, she's just running. She's just running on the air.
So there's that. And then you have like your normal moves. Like you have your Hadouken.
Yo, my air dash goes through. I can dodge projectiles with that air dash.
Yeah, there's some invincibility frames with
Oh, sweet.
So there's that. There's blocking. There's just kind of normal blocking. The combo system in this game. Remember how we talked about links? Links are not that important in this game. combos are extremely easy in this game.
Yes, I see. Like
because
some characters have all these one button, like, you know, they'll do crazy animations. You get like a bunch of hits, right?
I
know some...
I guess for specials, but that's what I'm talking about is like chains.
Okay.
So chains are really important in this game, and this is kind of like what I'm saying, like sort of like the genesis of like all those Marvel vs. Capcom games. So the way the chain system works in this game is you can go from your weak to your strong attacks, but you can't go back. Like you can't go from your stronger attacks to your weaker attacks.
Yeah.
And it goes. I'm not really thinking this through of how I'm saying it right, but I think I'm saying this right. It goes from your weak to your stronger, and from your punch to your kick. So your kicks have more priority than your punch. So you can I'll do jab, strong, fierce, and it'll all connect.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a chain. There's no real timing to it. You just mash the buttons
and
like Mortal Kombat,
and they will count as combos.
Yeah. And then like, as I said, like your kicks are higher priority than your punches, so you can't cancel in from a stronger kick to a weaker kick, and you can't the same priority button. Like if it's a jab into a short, you can't do a short into a jab, but you can do a jab into a short. You can do a strong into a forward, but you can't do a forward into a strong. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
But then you can mix and match. Like you could do, because it also takes the higher priority button, you could do jab short forward, or jab short strong forward, or you could do jab short forward, but you can't do forward into strong from that.
Right, you won't. Okay.
I don't know if I explained that, but
whatever. No, I got it. At first I didn't know, but then I started getting what you were trying to say about the priority.
And like Street Fighter, you can't cancel specials into chain combos.
Okay.
And with certain characters, like, because chain combos could be sort of like unsafe.
Yeah.
Like if you don't move or just block, I can, if I do like her basic would be like, but that last one, that fierce, it leaves me kind of vulnerable. So I could go like this, or sorry, cancel the last one into a roundhouse. It pushes me back.
I see, and then it gets you enough space away that I can't.
Yeah, so that works on block and on hit. So.
I see.
And then like if I'm hitting, I'm kind of recovering faster too. Like, don't block.
Oh, okay. If your hits are actually connecting, okay.
Yeah, and then because chains only work on hit and block, if I'm doing all the chains right now, nothing will come out. It's not like Mortal Kombat or Tekken where like you do block string, or you do like strings, and like they do it anyways.
Yeah,
like you're just doing it in the air.
I see. Yeah.
So you can only do it on hit or block.
Okay.
So there's that. So you have your normal special moves. You have the Hadouken. I guess you could do it with he's kind of like Ryu basically. So he has a Hadouken. He has a Shoryuken.
Whoops.
And then he has like, it's not really a Tatsumaki, but it's like a teleport kick thing like that. So those are his basic things. So you have normal specials. Like I said in the Russell Heights Dojo, people think that Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, was the first to introduce EX moves, but it's actually this game that introduced ES moves.
ES, okay.
So it takes 1 bar of meter, I think, in all games, unless maybe some moves don't. But so, yeah, exactly. You did like do your normal one, and then if you press 2 buttons, it'll do like a better one.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like if you do, do his normal Hadouken.
It is like EX.
And then the bat bites a little bit. If you do EX or ES, it bites a lot.
Okay.
So she has it too. Like hers, it flashes blue in this one.
So literally EX. So this is the first game you know of to do that, or
at
least Capcom game.
Well, yeah, well, Capcom kind of sets the standard for a lot of stuff.
You're telling me, yeah, definitely. So.
I don't know. It might actually been another company, but I think it was introduced in the second Darkstalkers. It might have been in the first one, which was 94. So, but I'm pretty sure it's the second one, which is 95. So that's pretty early for a thing. Yeah. So you have that, and you have your specials, or you have your supers.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called in this game. I think they're just like. We'll just call them supers. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think they're actually called EX specials.
Really?
So it's kind of confusing.
Okay, yeah.
So you have ES moves, but then you have like EX
specials.
specials. And then EX and Third Strike is what ES moves are here. So, like I'll just give you an example with her. She has this one.
Yeah. Ooh, everybody at the famous Cinco blades.
And then she has like this, the bomb. It's kind of a joke. I could make you land. I could hit it too. This game has a really good sense of humor too. It's like a weird. It's a lot darker than Street Fighter,
but it
has like
goofy and,
and
wacky
goofy as fuck. Yeah. Now, so that's kind of like what the specials and the supers are. And then in Darkstalkers 3, they introduced Dark Force. And then once we get to all the characters, we'll get into what each of them do. But Dark Force is basically you you French it.
Yes.
You press both your
it's creature.
your Fierce and your Roundhouse, and then like you'll see like it goes into like a you have like certain like you have like a different. Every character has a different thing, but it's like a power up, kind of like an X Factor or whatever. So there's that. This game also really weird that like this is before like the Versus series and they have this, but it has push block. So if you know Marvel vs. Capcom, there's like advancing guard stuff, push block. So they have that in this game. Unfortunately, in this game, it's a lot harder than just pressing 2 punches at the same time in Marvel vs. Capcom. You actually have to press 3 consecutive buttons, and the best way that tournament players do it is if you press, like, say your jab, your strong, and then your forward, and then roundhouse, and then fierce or short. You have a better chance of hitting on the third hit, because you have to hit 3 in a row, on the third hit to get your roundhouse or your fierce. Because the roundhouse and the fierce will push back further, the jabs and the shorts will push back less further, and then the strong and the forward will push back like sort of mid-range. So it's a weird explanation, but you have to hit 3, and the way they do it is they kind of like roll it, and then sort of guarantee that the last ones that are hit, or like the ones that'll most likely be hit at the time the push block is hit, are the fierce and the roundhouse, because it pushbacks further.
So like you're talking about you're the one who's blocking, or you're the one who's
so like do like a like crouch and then do like on me jab strong fierce or something, because it depends on how much block stun there is. Like just do like
like like the all 3 buttons after okay
fierce. Did I change your?
No, we didn't.
Sorry. Yeah, it's pretty easy with this one too. Oh, you have to go. Sorry. So yeah, really, this game is fun.
Yeah.
It's like a special case.
It really is. Like, there's not any other game like this, really, right?
No.
Exactly.
It has such a cool character. So yeah, do like a like on me when I'm blocking.
Whoops, I'm doing it though. It's weird though. It's like not counting one of them.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So I'll try to do a push block on that.
Okay.
See?
Oh, tech hit.
Yeah. And then I'll try to make it like you see how far he was pushed back.
Yeah.
So I'll try to make it where. Okay. Whoa. Oops. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pushed me way
And
back.
then I'll try to do a jab one, and then you'll see he goes like not as far.
Wow.
Oh, that was a four. There, that was a strong. So.
Weird.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not as bad. So it's a weird, like, kind of like a button.
So you can only after the third hit push block.
Yeah. It has to be like in block stun. 3 hits have to be,
And then
3
you can
button
perform.
inputs have to be pressed, and then like
So
because,
while I'm doing that, you're pressing 3 buttons too.
to do the push block. I'm pressing
so
3.
every time I was
to push
pressing
you
those 3
back.
buttons, he was pressing those 3 buttons too. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Wow, I did not see. Okay.
So there's that. And you could kind of bait opponents into push blocking. Obviously, with chains, push blocking is like a lot easier. But if you actually watch fucking Vampire Savior tournament play,
Yeah.
it's like nothing like Street Fighter. It's very high, fast, kinetic, and like really pressure oriented. That's why like characters with air dashes are really good. But like you'll see like high level players will like push block like 1-hit moves, and it's like what the
Wow,
fuck?
how do they do that?
Yeah, it's like so like
Well, how would they be able to do that? You just said that you need to have three hits though.
no the attacking character 1 hit.
Oh, okay.
I have to press 3 as I'm blocking. So there's that. There's the advancing guard push block thing. There's also a guard cancel. So if you're hitting me, I'm in block stun, and I can do a move. My guard cancel is every character just has 1.
Yeah.
And what it does is it's kind of like an alpha counter.
Yeah.
So you'll get out of block stun and hit the guy or whatever. So like do the same thing on me. Oops. Yeah.
Wow, that was cool.
So this is another thing. Like I guess maybe Alpha got it from this.
Yeah. So because this was for 4 alpha, right?
Well, not this specific one, but
I know.
that was
but the first,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And another thing, this maybe Alpha took from this is this game, unlike Street Fighter, the normal Street Fighters, except for Alpha, has air block.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and because it's such a high pressure game, and you have air dash characters, like go in the corner.
Yeah.
Come here.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. So I could hit you low or whatever, and obviously if you block low, you'll block it, and then I know that you're blocking low, so then I could hit you with high attack, and as we saw in the Russell Heights Dojo, high attacks are always considered overheads. So if I have a good air dash,
and you can get right in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I could get
you can sneak in there.
I could get in there like
Oh, yeah,
like that.
yeah. That was
so you'll see a lot of people jumping, and there's a term called chicken blocking, but it's actually from it's not like he's a chicken.
Yeah.
It's like from a Japanese term called chiken, and I don't know what it means, but I think it's like going from the ground to the air or something. So like, because the reason why you want to do that is if you're in the air, you're not that high-low mix-up game doesn't exist because there's only one block in the air.
Right.
So you want to stay in the air as much as possible in a way. So that's it. That's kind of the basic systems of Darkstalkers. It's a very interesting game.
Yeah.
And we'll get on brief introduction of the characters once again. If you want to see UltraChen, they're much better. So we'll go into the characters now.
Okay.
So that's it for this
tutorial.
brief introduction of the series.
Sweet.